Today I am at the Ohio State Reformatory here in Mansfield, Ohio, on the grounds of where my favorite movie all time was filmed, The Shawshank Redemption, directed by Frank Darabont, based off a Stephen King short story. And you guys are going to see us walk through some of this former reformatory, which actually still has a very active prison behind this building. You guys are going to see some of this in this video. Before I show you guys what you're going to see, please do us a favor and subscribe to us here on the Domain Gaming, Pop Culture, and Entertainment. And let me know in the comments below, have you been here? What do you think of this place? Anyway, let's go ahead and go check it out. All right, so we're inside the Ohio State Reformatory where Shawshank Redemption was filmed. And this is the electric chair room. And this is the actual electric chair used at the Ohio Penitentiary, or that was used at the Ohio Penitentiary in Columbus, Ohio. And this is actually, I don't think it's a little replica, but this was the mask they would put over the face of a person just prior to being electrocuted. That is the chair itself. This is not a replica. This is the real thing from the Ohio Penitentiary in Columbus. That's how they powered it. And then over there you've got the electrodes they would put on the head and on the right leg to actually shock the person as well. So there you have it. So this is another control station they use to power the electric chair here as well in the here in the state of Ohio. You can see got the start buttons there. You get the voltmeter there to show how high the voltage is, and that's how many amps. You got the stop button, and you got to raise and lower the voltage, all made by General Electric. I know everybody's familiar with that company. Let me see the GE logo. I'll zoom in there. Right there. Look at that. General Electric. Isn't that crazy? This is a room adjacent to the electric chair room. So some artifacts in here as well in this entire room. All right, showing you guys another familiar scene from the Shawshank Redemption. This is the staircase where Andy and the warden walk down, and Andy asks the warden if he can get funding for new books for the library. They walk down these steps here. Everything looks exactly the same pretty much, except for the curtains at the top on the window there. But other than that, you'll notice that the little doorway over here is the same. You still have this little thing for people to write on. Right here, that's the same. But these are the same steps, it's the same staircase that Andy and the warden walked down on. All right, so now I'm in the room where the warden's office is. This is where Andy would do his work for the taxes for everybody in the prison. This is also the famous scene where he played the record over the loudspeaker, and the warden right here told him to open the door, and he locked the door, and the warden warned him several times before they broke this glass on the door, or not this exact one, but you get it. Anyway, they broke the glass and opened the doorknob, so it would have broke it. It would have been like this, shut, obviously. They would have turned that to open it, and they would have came and got Andy as he sat there and played the record over all the speakers here in the prison. And you can see here some of the scenes. It's Tim Robbins in the reception room. The warden's office is behind me. We're going to go in there next. So there's that. And you've got some documentation here. Above that, there's the desk. Probably not the exact desk, but, you know, a desk nonetheless. So, the windows, it's all the same. Right there. And then, just to give you an idea, you go in here and there you go. Many of the scenes for Shawshank Redemption were filmed in this room. This is where Andy received a shipment of records and books for his library. There you go. Eventually it becomes Andy's office, where he processes Warden Norton's laundered money. It was near the end of the movie that Andy, trusted by Norton at this time, is able to trade out his prison issue boots for Norton's shoes, which he buffed to a high mirror shine. This is right here in this very room, and I'm pretty sure I can sit here. Sit down here, and there you have it. There's that scene. Get the warden's office over here. I'm sitting in the chair now. Warden's office over here. So yeah. All right, so we're in the room to the left, or I guess to the right rather, if you're facing the Andy's office, which is just outside of Warden Norton's office. There's some movie props here from the actual movie. So you've got the patches for the guards, some of the keys, which is in here. And the coolest thing of all is you actually have the Brooks was here and so was Red from the movie. That's the actual one. Look at that. We'll zoom in and show you guys. There it is. That is the screen used one right there. The etching from the movie. Now, I'm gonna show you guys the rest of this room real quick. Lots of props were actually used. All right, another prop for Warden Norton's office. You can see some of the printed out scripts as well. So this is once filming was completed, the building was scheduled for demolition. This carved sign, Brooks was here, so was Red, was removed. And an OSR volunteer created a reproduction, which is currently in the beam right now, which is on the 3rd floor. So for those that don't know, Brooks' room is actually here in the in the reformatory on the 3rd floor. But yeah, this is a hat for one of the state troopers who arrested Warden Norton. You've got some things that are signed right there by Bob Gooten. Just kind of walking around, showing you guys this stuff. This is such a cool room. Get a nice little view outside here as well. People doing a tour. Some of these windows you can't take pictures or record out of because there is still an active prison behind the Ohio State Reformatory. Oh, that's the box that Red uncovered from the oak tree. Check it out. That's the actual box. And that's the letter right there. That is awesome. Such cool. I love movie memorabilia. And there's some of the scenes you can see right here of him opening that letter there. That was found under the old oak tree that Andy told him to go to if he ever got out. And then you've got, you guys saw the compass earlier, or you saw the pawn shop. There's the compass right there. Isn't that cool? That's the compass. So, definitely cool. I highly recommend that if you're going to take a tour, do the guided tour first, but then come back and do a self-guided tour because there's a lot of this stuff you don't get to see that they don't show on the Hollywood and history tours, I think when we went on. But yeah, definitely step in this room. Lots of really amazing props in here. Here's another one here as well. This is Brooks Hatlin's prisoner shirt, the one he wore. That's crazy. And then you've got here authenticity as well. So there you have it. Okay, so this room is adjacent to the room we were just in, where I showed you the compass and the tin box that read found under the oak tree. You go in here and, it's the books and records for Brooks Library were delivered in wooden crates. This is the top to one of those crates used in the movie. Check that out. Here you got Tommy and Hayward here, just chilling, cardboard cutouts. We'll go around this room. I've already looked in here, but there's some really cool things. So this is not the same record player. This is the same model as the one used in the movie that he played the Marriage of Figaro on, which is right there. However, this is the actual microphone from the movie. How cool is that? Love movie history. It's my favorite movie of all time. Keep going around this room. You've got this tin and tray cup were actually used in the mess hall scenes in Shawshank. And then you've got this table, which I think is pretty cool as well. You got Brooks, Red, Andy, Hayward, and Tommy just chilling there. Hayward just chilling there. And this is one of the actual tables used for the mess hall scene as well. You've got the actual horn up there where the sound, or PA rather, where the sound played out of. And you can see that there. And then last but certainly not least, this is really cool too. This is the door that was created to replicate a door found in solitary at the here at the OSR. So check that out. There you go. Oh, love movie history. This is super cool to be able to see all this stuff right here in the Ohio State Reformatory. All right, so here is the Warden Norton's office from the movie. Warden Norton's office in the Shawshank Redemption. And that is the desk he sat at. That's the desk where he took his own life too, as the state troopers were coming to get him. The end of the movie. It's the desk he sat at, chair, and everything there, I believe is the same. Curtains. Look at that. The books here as well. This is such an amazing room. It's a very big room. You've got the His Judgment Cometh, and that right soon. That's a reproduction, not the original. But this, in fact, is the original safe used in the movie. Donated there and brought back. Look at that. Check that out. Isn't that cool? It's the one he opened and put the books in. Look at that. How amazing is this room? Got some trophies. So there you have it. All right, I'm gonna sit down. Warden Norton's chair here. This is really surreal, you guys. So he would have offed himself right here at the end of the movie. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet. But if you haven't seen it by now, you definitely should have already seen this. But it's just crazy to be sitting here at the same table. So you can see behind me here, right out there is the entrance to the reformatory. Such a beautiful, beautiful place. So definitely come and check it out if you're able to. It's totally worth it. Okay, so this is the view from behind Warden Norton's desk in his office. This is what he would have seen last things he would have seen before he took his own life. And this is a photo, and I do believe this is a photo of Bob Gunton's actual wife, the actor who played Warden Norton. I believe that's what he looked at right before he took his own life. But yeah, it's a crazy, crazy view to be sitting at. And this is what you can see if you come here. You totally should come here and experience this. It's totally, totally worth it. So I also wanted to show you guys real quick. They have some posters from the movie here that are signed. This one is signed by Frank Darabont, the director of the movie. Right here, got another poster. Really like this one too. This is really cool as well. Go in here, go down this hallway. And in this big room full of movie posters, got a French one right there, signed by Frank Darabont, the director. Really love this movie stand-up here as well. You would find that in the theater. Got some art down here. And the two American posters there as well. Looks like they're both signed also by Frank Darabont also. And then going out here, got some windows with some bars over them. You go outside here, and you can see the gate that was used in Air Force One for the Russian Gulag there. And yeah, Air Force One was also filmed here as well. Got a nice little hallway with some more movie posters. It's pretty cool. Some art, various works of art here, which are all pretty cool. Always love the poster of the movie. It looks so cool. Yeah, it's a 10th anniversary one, yeah. Some more here. So yeah, there you have it. So now I'm up on the 3rd floor of the reformatory, and they had some educational rooms in here. You can see. You go into one of the classrooms. Walk in here, and that's where they would get some education at when they would come in here. A little blackboard over here. Got some reformatory trivia. It's pretty cool. Let me show that here as well. So there you go. Nice little view of the classroom there.
Sorry. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. You guys go ahead.
So there's a view overlooking the front of the reformatory from the classroom here. Look how cool that is. It's gorgeous. So this is the West Administrative Wing, and it says there's paranormal activity in this room. So I'm gonna go in here. Oh boy. I'm gonna go in here. Not sure what happened exactly in this room. Kind of freaky to be in here in this room. All right, so in this room, administrative wing, and yeah, this is freaky. This is pretty creepy vibe in here, for sure. Oh yeah. All right, so this is a hallway going to the chapel, which is upstairs over here. And you've got this X on the floor, which is the light coming in from the 4 rooms, 2 on each side. which is interesting. You'll go in here, and upstairs is the chapel. And over here is Brooke's room from the movie. And yes, it is still here in the reformatory. It's on the 3rd floor. You got Brooks back there. It's the bed, chair, the light over there. And up there is where the etching was I showed you earlier. That's the original one. This is not the original one at all. For Brooks' room. See some information there about it. That's the Bisman building, which is in downtown Mansfield. Little sink over here. Got the briefcase and the bed. And then right here would have been the table that he stepped up on, he kicked, where Brooks, took his own life from a rope. Hanging from right, I would say right where that little tie is right there. So there you have it. It's kind of cool to see the room that Brooks was in, right here. All right. This is the chapel. It's up top of the 3rd floor. And yes, this was actually used as a chapel when this was a working, functioning reformatory. Definitely hear the echo in here, without a doubt. Very high ceilings in here as well. The cell block is over on the right if you're facing the back rather, of the chapel. We'll go up here. Didn't get to do this the other day, but up here. Show this over here. It's pretty cool. And then you've got people coming in doing tours too, but this is super cool. Super, super cool to see. All right, so this is the 6th floor of the Ohio State Reformatory East Cell Block. This is the highest, largest freestanding cell block in the United States. You're gonna see why. And let me carefully take the camera over here and I'll show you just how tall this cell block is. Super impressive. I'll show you guys one of the cell blocks here, actual cells. So I'm about 5'11", and this is eye level for me, but look at this. It's going in here. You can't really see much, but let's keep walking around. Now that side I took you on, that was the south side. This is the north side. We'll walk around here. And they don't let you walk down it, unfortunately. You guys can see here, I'll put the camera in here. You guys can see inside there. This is the top of the other side of the same cell block. We're gonna walk down there and I'll show you guys how that looks as well. All right, we're coming around to the 4th tier of the cell block, and this one you can actually go down and look at that, one of the cells. Not much room, really. You go inside, you don't get too much room to work with. You got a mirror, got your beds. This is not a lot of space at all. And I have claustrophobia, and woo, boy, that is really getting to me just being in there. There you go. Better look at a inmate cell. The beds, the toilet. Once again, not a lot of room. We'll go inside this one that's properly set up here. So I'll go in. That's where your toilet would be. Got a mirror. That's all you get. That's all you get. Look, you can barely see me. Sink. This is where you spent your life. If you were here. Imagine that. It's just crazy to think about. In here. Just continuing on here as we keep going. This is inmate James Lockhart's cell. This is the cell. It says Lockhart was serving a 1 to 15 years for assault with intent to kill. February 6th, 1960, he took his own life by setting himself on fire in this cell with lighter fluid and a match. He was 22 at the time of his death. Cell block, 4th tier, cell 13. This is the cell where he lit himself on fire. Right here. Can you imagine that? Right in here. That's where he lit himself on fire. The guards found him. Pretty crazy. All right, so this is the 4th tier of, once again, the longest standing, freestanding cell block in the United States here at the Ohio State Reformatory. We keep walking here, and you can see I'm pretty tall. I'm like 5'11", and my head is like almost touching the top. So imagine guys being like 6 feet or taller, 6 feet or taller, not having much until they get in anyway. But let's keep going here. This is crazy to see. Just walking down this over 100-year-old reformatory. Just wow. Like, just imagine having to spend many years of your life here. Or if you got life here, staying here your whole life. It's just insane. Truly insane to think about. So, there you have it. All right, so this is the library, guys. This is the actual library from the movie. Look at this. Brooks Library, right here. Wow. Got some articles here, books, some magazines. It's insane. Who's in back here? The legal services. Yeah, restroom over there. Wow. Some of these windows are broken out, looks like. Somebody trying to break out, maybe? Wow, it's been rusted and paint falling off. In here, this is crazy. All right, so this room I'm in is the shower area, and this is the shower scene from Shawshank Redemption. Go here. This is where Andy and the sisters showered, and they were kind of checking out Andy, you know. on here. And they would have showered like right about here. Oop, careful there. So, right about here would have been where they would have showered at. All right, so we're on the bottom floor tier, and just looking up, look at this. Oh man. The cells down here. Once again, they're not a lot of room to maneuver inside here at all. At all. We'll zoom out and show you guys here. Now, you do go through this section here on the tour. And they don't let you go up there on any of those, probably because they don't want anybody to fall. So, there you go. Super, super interesting. Really neat to see history right here in Ohio, where the Shawshank Redemption was filmed. Now, it was not, the cell block scenes were not filmed in here, because in the movie they had facing cell blocks. This is not facing, this is stacked. So just think about that for a second. You know, modern prisons usually are they're facing each other. Here you can't even, you couldn't even see any other inmates in your cell except who were in the cell with you, because you couldn't talk across, you know, like you normally can. So there you have it. So the area you're seeing now is called the Bullpen. This is where they brought the prisoners in. This is where this was filmed. It's called the Bullpen. And so this is where they brought them in. It was right here. And they brought them into that door right there. Really famous shot was filmed right here. And I'll try to sneak past. And I'll show you guys. It's right here. So just pan up. And you'll see. Right there. So there it is. All right, so coming in from the Bullpen, Andy would have came in this door, as with all the other prisoners. They all lined up on this yellow line right here, facing that way, which is really cool because that's the tunnel that Andy crawled through in the movie. But right there is is where they washed Andy down. They hosed him down in the film. They threw the powder on him and they washed him off right there. Happened right there. But yeah, this is the yellow line that they lined up on. What an iconic piece of movie history, and history in general too. Love to see it. All right, so this is the central guard room. You can see that's where they would sit. We'll go in here. And this is the mess hall from the Shawshank Redemption. This is where they ate. Right in here. So yeah. And then you got the two posters of the Russians there from Air Force One. Those are still here because this room was used in Air Force One also. But yeah, this is the mess hall from the Shawshank Redemption. All right, guys, you just saw us walk through the Ohio State Reformatory, and this is where the Shawshank Redemption was filmed. And my amazing wife, Raven, took me here for my birthday. Thank you, by the way. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, please do us a solid and subscribe to us here on the Domain, and also like the video if you liked it, of course. And let us know your thoughts on this building. Have you been here? Do you love the movie? And I hope you love it as much as we do. And if you're ever out here in Mansfield or, you know, near Columbus, maybe even near Cleveland, because it's an hour south of Cleveland, about an hour north of Columbus, right in between, you should stop by here. This is such a beautiful place, lots of history. Even if you don't like the movie, lots of prison history here as well. Got a great museum, and it's just gorgeous. I mean, look at this building behind us. This is just insanely, look at that. Just absolutely beautiful. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.